tonight's news at 10. Final Fantasy weddings. Miss Universe. Japanese people go crazy for a fish. And staring at dolls for like 100 hours. So we're going to start off today's news with Final Fantasy wedding. And we've talked about weddings in the past. I mean, Japan has come up with some mental shit. If I had to pick a wedding, if someone literally put a gun to my head and was like, Dick, you need to get some kind of mental marriage theme, pick. I'd probably pick Final Fantasy, to be fair. So Square Enix have teamed up with Ju-X-Zero, I think I'm pronouncing that right, in Kobe, and they're gonna basically plan a Final Fantasy 14 style wedding. Now 14 is obviously the online game. I played about 4 hours of it, and then after I realised there was like a monthly subscription, I cancelled it. It's probably the least well-known Final Fantasy. If it was like Final Fantasy 9, I'd be like jumping on that bandwagon. Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 7, or I'd dress up as like just Cloud and like cutting the cake with like the Buster Sword and oh, that'd be awesome. But alas, it's only Final Fantasy 14. So the bride and groom, or players, will exchange their vows in garments of devotion, which I think is like an in-game item or something. Basically, it's just like the guy is in white and the girl is also in white. So basically it's only the guy's tuxedo that changes, really. For the after party, Tokyo Square Enix Cafe will provide guests with hamburgers. And while all that's happening, the soundtrack of the game is being performed in the background. So yeah, get your money's worth. I don't actually know how much this is. It just says that they've teamed up at the moment. So if you are hoping to get a Final Fantasy 14 wedding with your partner, then you've come to the wrong channel, because I don't really know the price yet. Yeah. Next. Tokyo native Kanako Date has a name that might sound familiar to Japanese history buffs, because one of her ancestors is Date Masamune. Also, she's Miss Universe, so basically he was leader of this massive samurai clan, the Date Samurai clan, and Masamune is obviously a sword that's used in games like Final Fantasy. That's how big they were. They got swords named after them in Final Fantasy. He was nicknamed the OneEyed Dragon, which sounds a little sexual to me, but apparently he lost his eye because he got smallpox as a kid, so yeah, that's not really a laughing matter, is it? There's obviously many generations between them. It's not like she's just his granddaughter. In fact, I looked it up, and she is actually classified as his great 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 granddaughter. That's right, 21 greats. Bloody hell, Busted would have a hard time singing that, wouldn't they? I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great 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 granddaughter is pretty fine. She's pretty fine. Anyone who doesn't know who Busted is, YouTube now, Busted year 3000. Yeah, that's about it really. I don't really have a main point for this story. The 22-year-old lists Japanese dance, archery, and playing the koto, which is like a single-stringed Japanese guitar, basically, among her hobbies. I mean, basically, that's probably the same hobbies as her great times 20 grandfather was doing back then. However, she does also speak English, Japanese, French, German, Spanish, and Korean. So I think he only could speak Japanese, so she's definitely got the up on in there. Also, she's pretty fit, that's why I kind of included it in the story, so shh, don't tell Micah. Next, 132 hours of a fixed camera on creepy dolls to be broadcast live on Japanese TV. Yep, you heard right. So for some, obviously, welcoming the new year, they would celebrate with their family. The more adventurous of us might climb Mount Fuji and see that first rising sun of the new year. But for others, you can basically just stare at the TV into the eyes of a creepy doll for 6 days. So it's titled Noroi no Ningyo 132 Nijikan Nagameru Hoso. So like gazing at cursed dolls for 132 hours. I mean, yeah, that... What am I meant to say to that? That is pretty mental. Apparently there's famous dolls. What does that even mean? Expected dolls to appear are such dolls as Miyuki, who's hungry for souls. Kikuhime, who reportedly emits a weird sound from time to time. And the Kubi 7, basically the neck 7, who apparently discharge things from their nose when no one's looking. Anyway, next. So in Mie Prefecture, there's a koi pond full of koi, but there's a challenge that has drawn people from all over Japan. People are travelling from far and wide to catch a glimpse of one special koi. Now koi are considered a kind of lucky symbol in Japan, even though they eat them all the time. But there's a belief that they're kind of good for like adversity or giving like strength of purpose. Yeah, this one pond in Mie Prefecture has one special koi that has attracted visitors from across Japan. It's been revealed that one koi has hearts around its eyes, which in Japan is actually quite special because koi means both fish, and although the kanji, the letter, is different, koi also means love. So the fact that it's got hearts around his eyes kind of makes it double special in a way. So yeah, as you can see the sign here, Hata no koi o, mitsuke o, which basically means like, let's find the heart koi. And then basically it says it's really hard to find, it's harder to take a picture of, but by all means, please get the heart's love. So let's try and look at the pictures of the koi here, and you can judge for yourself if this is a special koi or not. There's one there. Yeah. Okay, next. Right. Okay, yep, next. Jesus! It's basically just a birth defect or like DNA or something. I mean, it's definitely not like love of a fish. And to be honest, it'll probably be eaten by someone. So, I mean, the markings are quite impressive actually, because they do actually resemble two perfect hearts around both thighs. They're kind of heart-shaped, heart-coloured as well. And there's two of them around each eye, so it's quite remarkable when you think about it. So if you come to Japan and you're looking for love, why not step on down to the Ise City Aquarium in Mie Prefecture, and maybe you too can find love. That's it for this month, everyone, and this year. This is the final news report of this year. Subscribe to the channel. Happy New Year, everyone, and yeah, see you next year. どうもありがとうございました。